Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Asian report for the 11th of May, and starting with the ASX here. As you know, we've struggled with this particular pattern moving up through here. It looks rather corrective, and it's a bit of a pull between the finance and the mining. So the finance stocks, the banks, would display sort of three waves up here, where some of the materials, energy stocks would show us more of an impulse wave up through here. But what I do have is I have this correction here with this ABC pattern here. And now the market's moved up through here. It's only given us three waves up here so far, so it could fail from this point, but because it's moved sideways here, it's likely to pop to the upside here. And I just want to sort of explore. I mean, this pattern here is very similar to BHP. So if we have a look at the BHP pattern, we can see the same sort of, this little correction in here, yeah, is the same as this one here. This is on a 4-hour chart, of course, and this one here on BHP is on a daily chart. But you can see the pattern here. So it's moved up above its 61.8%. It would be nice to see it go a little bit higher before going long, and this will certainly go long above the 32. You could probably go long today on a bit of strength, but I wouldn't overdo it, just a small amount, and then we can look to add on that position there. Because when I look at this here, look, it appears we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and an A and a B and a C here, and then 5 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave. The C wave bothers me because it's rather sharp. It's more like a bearish move. So there might be a little bit more to it, but it is there, and it is sitting on a major level here on terms of the trading levels here. So would be doing the right thing looking at the long side rather than the short side, because it has support here. If we look at some other stocks, let's have a look at Woodside. That should just have a look at Santos as well here. I mean, what I'm looking for is a bit of form in these, and Santos has got it in 1, 2, 3, 4, and going up for 5 here. Probably be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. But in this case here with Santos, we wouldn't go long in this until we had the $5 here as the support, because there'll be too much time spent here. And if you trading a CFD, then you'll be paying overnight financing each day. So it's like a compound interest, so you need to be mindful of that. But look, if this establishes itself on $5 based on this structure we got here, then we'll certainly be going long from that point there. Rio should pop up today because Rio's quite interesting because it's actually moved up in terms of, 1 and 2 here, and 3 and 4 and 5 here, the same thing. But in this case, we've had this pullback through here to the 61.8%, or roughly sitting on the 80 here. So we should see this open up today because iron ore is a little bit higher. With iron ore, though, I don't know exactly where we are with it. I know that we can go higher. So with iron ore here, just on the daily chart, I don't know quite what to make all of this. As I've mentioned many times, is that we nearly had setups sitting on the medium level here, 650, but it's just not there just yet. But what we do have here off the low here is an impulse wave to the upside here and a corrective wave back. So we should we should at least hit that level here. But if we can get some support on that, then that's going to take us higher from that point. So, it's not such a bad idea to get a very small position in this in this market. Well, in stock anyway, because you want to be going for the longer trend in all of that. So that's something. I won't go through a whole lot of stocks today, but I am going to start making some videos on stocks, the US stocks and the Australian stocks very shortly. I'm just getting myself organised a bit. Yeah, so coming back to this one here, we could just move up. In fact, we may already be long because we were looking to go either long or short. But like I mentioned, one of the problems is that, or two really, is that I can see we've got an impulse wave here, and we pull back, and then this is all an impulse wave here as well. But we've only really got three waves to here at the 61.8% retracement level. However, this move down through here appears to be corrective, so that means we should go above this high here. How this should be counted is maybe 1 and 2 and then 1 and 2 here. I'm not quite sure, and maybe you haven't held the position over the weekend, so to speak, as well, because you're still paying finance on that as well. So, but if you are or thinking about going along today, then this is where we're looking at here. So well, if you just see strength in this area through here, then move in. We're at number 9 here. If you get a nice support on 410, then you can move in long on that there. China and Hong Kong in that are bullish. So if we have a look at China here for a moment, I've readjusted this count here. It is pretty messy in some parts, but I've just labelled this an A and a B and a C here. And we've gone up for 1 and 2 here. And I'm just considering all of this being the third wave in through here with a fourth wave pulling back. Yes, it does overlap that, so we could actually count that differently in terms of 1 and 2 here. However, I just wanted to see this play out, this 5-wave structure here play out and finish here for this. But you know, the couple of things happening here is we're really finding, you know, there's been quite a battle here with all of this, but the bullish has always been the bias with this, and we're trading above the 13,000 here on the hourly chart. Here we can look at the move from wave 4 low here as 1 and 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up for 3 here and back for 4. So we can still see more to a higher to move up here. So we really want to see this. I want to see the price action after this 5th wave here. You know, having a top here for this would be pretty much in line with the US markets actually coming up from their March low as well. So that leaves us with Hong Kong. And with Hong Kong here, I just wanted to be sort of a little bit cautious in labelling this. I've labelled it an A and a B and a C wave here. We've been long here, so the target is the 24,500 at this stage. I've put this move down here appears to be in 5 waves, so I've looked at this as an A wave and then a B wave and a C wave over to here. If that's the case, we could push higher through here. So I'll leave it up to you if you want to take profit here or just take a percentage of it. But we're at the 61.8% mark here. So there will be some sort of resistance coming into play there. So I'll leave that to you if you just want to take a percentage or take, because we don't know if we're going to get past this ABC pattern here just yet. So we'll have to, have I done anything on the tick chart for this? Just let me have a look. Oh yeah. Okay, so this is how I've labelled an A wave down here, because I can see we've got 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves in this 3rd wave here and 4th wave here. So I've looked at this as the A wave and then an A, B, C for the B wave. And I know this is dodgy and all of this is a C wave down through here. We may need to look at it more. No, I think we're okay. I think I've done the right thing. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So 1 and 2 here. Might have to adjust this 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the 3rd wave. The 4th wave can actually move back to the 4th wave of 1 lesser degree, and we're at the 24,000 there. So I'll just put, I mean, this is good here. So the platform's just resetting itself. That's the 300, so that's top of group 1, so that's a good thing. And that's our target area here. So yeah, look, we can go higher here. Still, it's not going to hurt to take a little bit off here anyway. I'll leave that up to you, but we should be looking at something. Take it to the 600, and that'll leave that one. That's about right. So those wave 4s are about right there. This could push up higher, but we just got to remember that 61.8% is. Where's that again? That's at the 24,500. So they're going to be a sticking point here. But I'll just leave that as it is at that point. And then India. So with India, even though the count is messy and I'm not that sort of clear on it, we've done all the right things at the right time and we'll continue to do that. I'm just assuming that this is an A and a B and a C down into this low here, and we're moving up through here. What I would like to see next on this, of course, is that from the 9,000, which is the medium level, we have 1, 2, and 3 here, and we really want to find a support on 3 here. If we get a support on 3 here, and that will be a bit of a classic trading levels pattern, then from here we'll move up to the 5 at that point. And also in here as well, I've got this high here, but you see over here we've had this high here. I haven't moved this, but the natural thing to do is to just keep bringing it down onto these lower highs here. And you can also use it over here as well. If you look closely in here, you'll see the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level. So you can go long here as well. So I'll just put that back here. I don't need that. I like to keep it as clean as possible. So what we're looking for here is we're looking for support, on a nice solid support on here, and there should be it doesn't have to, but what we're looking for is the next high here, and that's your reference point. Then you can bring this green line down onto wherever that high is, and you may be able to bring it down further here as well onto another smaller high here before we take off, That's what you're aiming for anyway, and then that way you could bring the stop up under these lows here. All right, I'll just leave it at that. Thanks for tuning in, much appreciated. Cheers.